What's good, squad? What's good, my family? How y'all bossing on this Thursday night? Or should I say, my graduation eve? Yes, y'all, the girl has made it. Tomorrow is my big day. So if anybody wants to join the live stream that my university will be hosting 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 Eastern Standard, I'll leave the link in the comments and the description box. So y'all can come and support me virtually. You know, it's still Rona, so I've been kind of just taking it easy and making sure I make it to this date at least. Been trying to do everything I didn't do for undergrad just to kind of celebrate me. Sometimes y'all gotta, pat your own self on the back. So that's what we've been doing lately. But all right, it's that time again. It is Bosses Spotlight. And tonight I am spotlighting someone very unique and very special, my cousin. So before I bring him on, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead, hit it, tap it, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know that you are here in the comment section. So this is the place that you want to be. It's lit. It's lit in the corner. The Boss Sitch Boss Chick corner is always lit. We keep it bossy. We keep it saucy the best way we know how over here. Now, without further ado, I am going to bring on Mr. A.R. Crown, CEO.
Hey guys, how's it going?
How you doing, cousin?
Just great, just great. Living like a boss, living like a boss.
Yes. The only way that we know how.
The only way. And you hear that boss talk a lot. You know what it really and truly takes to be a boss?
What's that? Let us know.
Employees. You have to have employees to be a boss.
Exactly.
Now, you can be your own employee, of course. And when I started, it was just me, just like a lot of companies. Amazon started in the garage. There were just so many names that we know that are household names now that just started with an idea with one person.
That's true. That's true. One of the which car company was it? They started in like a shed somewhere.
Well, Harley Davidson, the motorcycle company, I know.
They started in a shed. So it's all about the start and the vision that you have when you're starting and making sure that you get there to have those employees. So I get you. Me, I work as a graphic designer, so everybody that I come in contact with, as far as managing, they are technically my employees. So
well, I just recently hired one. Latoya, hey, how's it going? She did great for my voiceover. So if anybody needs a voiceover, contact my cousin Chrissy, and she will ring up one of her employees. Latoya speaks. She is magnificent and just a great person all around.
Yes, she always executes. So I'm so glad that you guys got to work together. That is amazing. I know you've been very, very busy. You've been a busy little bee.
As well as I should be. How else am I going to get the honey?
Hey. Now since you've been busy, go ahead and let the people know what it is that you do.
Well, I always say if I tell, from the beginning what I do, people will think I'm lying. And there are just so many facets to AR Crown. In fact, AR Crown is an acronym that stands for Always Remember Christ Reigns Over Worldly Needs. So if anything you need in this world, and of course people have different beliefs, but my personal belief is in Christ. And since I've been walking this path, things have, now I'm not going to say they were easy, but they have been more easy than I would have expected.
Right.
Yeah, so right now, as you can see, this is the manifestation, which is the umbrella that houses most of my the going-ons. I have multiple LLCs, so I kind of have to separate the different units and aspects of my businesses.
Break it down for us.
I certainly shall. If you're familiar with the Bible through Exodus, when the people were leaving Egypt, the Lord our God fed them manna from heaven. So the name of this is the manifestation. Manna is the bread from heaven. A fest, of course, is a gathering of people, a positive thing, a party. And I use the station because a train station transports people, goods, and services from point A to point B. So through this company, I want to transport, and the Lord placed it on my heart and gave me the vision to transport the depressed to happiness, the poor to abundance, the lack to having things. And this world, of course, lately it's been kind of tumultuous, to put it lightly.
Mm-hmm.
People are leaving faster than they normally would, it seems. And the manifestation, my website, is a safe space carved out in this crazy world just for you. So we hope to inspire and motivate through art, music, fashion. As you can see, I have my logo, ARC, always remember Christ, and multiple colors. We have hoodies, we have crown night hats. Here's another one. But yes, I've been really, really focused on bringing this from my mind into reality. And that is the very definition of manifestation.
I love it. I love the vision. I love the purpose behind it, because a lot of people I've been seeing, ever since COVID hit, people have been trying to just supplement income and just
Yes.
making businesses, whether they are
Now,
interested in it or not. But I see the purpose behind this, and it's deeper. It's deeper than just trying to get coins.
money. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I tell you, last year, the pandemic, in the beginning, 2020 was the worst, best, scariest, most peaceful, unsure, certain year of my life. Oh my gosh, it started off absolutely horrible. I owned a barbershop in Atlanta, which was in my home actually. And when the word first got out about the virus, of course, there was massive terror and paranoia. You don't want to be around people. And so I closed it. That was my more or less only source of socializing. So when I closed that, I was in school as well. They closed the school.
Yeah.
I was all alone. I lived alone, so it was just me. And a lot of people call it shadow work or mirror work or
Mm-hmm.
self-reflection, but just me in my apartment by myself with zero distractions, I had to
Mm-hmm.
pivot. So no longer could I have the people in there to make money cutting hair. So I got into the stock market. I The Lord our God is amazing. In the
He is.
middle, yes, and in the middle of the pandemic, not knowing anything about stocks, the Lord our God blessed me with $100,000 within a few months. I, yes, and I am not that smart, so it's just me walking in the ordered steps that were given. And during the pandemic, I felt initially that I was isolated. However, it's all on how you see things. So
Mm-hmm.
I later changed that into being sequestered. Now, the word sequestered means set aside, um, held back for protection, or this is something valuable, so it's apart from other things.
Mm-hmm.
So when I changed my mindset on how I saw things, my entire life opened up. And it's just been a fast journey. I mean, this year, 2021, um, I've acted in movies. I have music video. I mean, it's just amazing. And what a difference a year makes. Oh my gosh.
I agree. Like you said, when the pandemic first hit, it was scary to even think about. I was working at Priceline on over the phone teleservice,
Mhm.
and people were panicking, trying to cancel trips, and people were stuck over in Europe and Africa,
Yeah.
trying to get there, trying to get back home. It was definitely a scary time. And that alone, knowing some of the company policies and how they wanted you to answer the questions, I I didn't have it in me to tell those people I can't help you. So I made a couple decisions, and like, to keep my anxiety low, because it rose high.
Mhm.
After I made a conscious decision to say, Lord, just guide me through this. Tell me where I'm supposed to go. After that, I have felt the most peaceful I have ever
Yes.
felt in life. And I'm
Now
I'm
the
thankful for
Bible.
COVID a little bit.
I, listen, the best thing that ever happened to me. And the Bible talks about once, we, of course, everything is a journey. And when you're walking in and get to a certain level of spiritual maturity, the Bible speaks about a peace that surpasses all understanding. And last year, towards the end, while everybody was, hiding behind closed doors, I actually took a tour across America.
You did.
Um,
You
I know
did.
I know I did. I initially started, I flew to Texas, hung out for a little while. Then I flew back to Atlanta, and that wasn't enough for me. So I flew back to Texas, like maybe a few weeks later. Then I flew to San Bernardino, California, then to San Francisco, and I have family out there. So I did some healing as well because I reconnected with the family on my father's side, whom I had never really met.
That's
So
good.
while I was in Oakland, I was going to fly back to Atlanta, and the spirit just said, "No, rent a car and drive."
Yes.
So I'm in Oakland. I drove from Oakland all the way back to Atlanta. However, I didn't have any time frame or nothing. The Lord had already given me the money to do
Do so.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I stopped. I mean, Yosemite National Park, the Grand Canyon, skydiving in Vegas, camping,
Yes. All that.
skiing. Oh my God! And
Look,
this
I was on the journey with you, and I was like, I'm living vicariously through you because I'm not getting out. But I was like, I'm loving it. I was loving the smile on your face as you were able to
yes,
do all of this.
oh my gosh, cuz allow me to say, prior to that, I was at my wits' end. By being isolated initially before I changed my mindset, I was experiencing some mental health issues because, well, I can understand why people are fighting against solitary confinement for prisoners because
Hmm.
that can drive you up the wall
Yeah.
without human interaction, without you and your thoughts. It
Hmm.
can be a little wacky. So I went from a very, very dark place. My drinking increased during the pandemic, and I
Hmm.
found myself having an issue with drinking. But I must say, the Lord our God is amazing. One night, I stumbled to bed, drunk as a skunk, and passed out. The next morning, I never touched it again. And so
Oh.
I've been totally sober for over a year. I quit smoking cigarettes, quit smoking, the Snoop Dogg stuff, and I am totally sober. And I see things much, much more clearer now. And guess what else? I save $12,000 a year by cutting out
Yes.
cigarette smoke, alcohol, and the wacky tobacco. And
Yes.
I use that money now to invest into my businesses. So it's not, well, it could just be me. It's not that I was poor. It's not that I was broke. Not that I didn't have any funds. I just wasted it on foolishness. And the Bible teaches us that why should the Lord give you more when you're not a good steward over little?
Yeah.
I know. I don't mean to turn this into a
Oh,
Bible study, but
look, it's all about growth in every way possible. That is how you boss up, in my opinion. That's how you boss up when
and
you can
you
think
are
more
correct.
clearly.
Yes, and
That's
you
it.
are absolutely correct. So
Um,
speaking of bossing up, the manifestation.com, multiple colors.
and
And
styles, and
yes,
multiple
look at that.
styles.
She's wearing one.
Yes, that's how
Yes,
we do.
and manifestation is a, I don't want to say loaded term. However, it's a almost like abracadabra, almost like a magician's term. Whereas, and of course, please don't misconstrue. God is not a magician. He's not a genie. You can't just randomly say, I want XYZ.
Of course.
Faith without works is dead. So you have to put in the work. And you
Indeed.
know, these things that I have presented, the music and other things I'm going to be doing in the future, I have
Wait.
on a vision board over 12 years ago. I know.
It's all about timing, and I say that a
It
lot.
is.
I say that a lot to anybody who's discouraged about how their dreams aren't quite panning out the way they're supposed to. I always tell them it's time, and just wait. The Lord will provide the right
Mhm.
avenue, the right things, and He'll let
The
you know
right pride.
exactly. Like I've been doing music myself for well over 10 years, and
Well, I
I've
got to get you on the track, cuz you got to get on the track.
let's work. And I feel the most confident, the most ready this year. Like I've put out different things in the past, but it feels like the timing is aligning now, and I'm just waiting on him to tell me when to go, where to go, how to go.
Now, a lot of times, not in your case because you're probably already, but a lot of times, not a lot of times, most of the time, God is not going to put one of His main soldiers out there unprepared.
That's right.
So delay is not denial.
That's the one.
Yes, because I could have been out there in the forefront of the world, half cocked, and if I would have presented myself a year ago or years before that, I would have been presenting an alcoholic, a weed smoker, a fornicator. But I did not get the national stage during that time of my life because that's not how the Lord wanted me to be seen.
Right,
And
right.
I am absolutely grateful for it. My life is better. I saved $12,000 a year, and I didn't even switch to Geico or anything.
You just switched the lifestyle. Hey.
And it's good too. And I'm also maybe 95% vegan. I've cut out meat out of my diet because yeah, we are supposed to be here. We're not supposed to, go see our maker prematurely because of eating habits. One of the main, I think Dave Chappelle made a joke about it. He was like, Black people don't die from guns and bullets the most. They die from salt,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
high blood pressure, diabetes. And it's like, it is totally preventable. And I'm not going to go out like that. I'm just going to work on me.
I
And
agree.
hopefully like maybe a light will shine through me and somebody else will pick up on it. And
Inspire. Yeah. Um,
yeah,
I've
it's okay.
I've tried it. Mom,
You're in Mississippi. You're not. You.
no. Mom, she does not like. It's like she goes through periods of not wanting meat. Like she went an entire year not wanting meat. It's just the way her body is. The last couple of years. So in order for me
You
to
just
kind of
recently had a birthday, right?
Yes, she did. Yes,
Happy
she did.
birthday, Auntie.
I'll let her know. She appreciates the love. She does.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, she doesn't. She look. I can sit here and eat chicken wings all day, and she'll be looking at me like, "Girl, ugh, like I don't even want to touch it." So,
I'm like that too.
so I decided to support her, and I said, let's see what you may like. So let's try vegan. Let's try something else. You might. She doesn't even really like seafood a lot, so I was like, vegan will probably be the best option. So we made a whole bunch of stuff. We made some chickpea patties. We made some chili, the vegan chili.
Mhm.
We made the black bean burgers. I made a lentil loaf. Like we were definitely making some stuff, and I think I enjoyed it more than she did.
But you
I
still
did.
went down. You still
Yeah.
went down and got those
So
tamales.
yeah, I did because the more it seemed like of course my goals were a little bit different because mom is a little bit smaller than me. So I was trying to lose weight by eating all of those beans and stuff. I was gaining. So I was trying to get back to where I was for my 30th birthday. And what helped me get there is keto. So I was looking for options that would combine vegan and keto. So I'm still trying to work it in so I can at least be 50% sometimes 50%.
I got you.
So we'll see. That's gonna be a documented journey. We're gonna try it out again.
Yes, and our other cousin Robin, she's documenting the journey as well. So I mean,
Exactly.
this family is just filled with talent, with motivational things for others, inspiration for others, and I am just
I
happy
love
to be
it.
a member of it.
I love it. So that's one reason why I did want you to come on because I support everybody who is active with trying to pursue their dreams and their visions, especially when it has such a deep purpose. So I welcome you to the corner, welcome you to the K Squad.
Hey,
I know that we are family, but we only met in 2017 for the very
yes,
first time, you guys. We're years apart, states apart, so unfortunately, it's a lot that I don't know about my boo over here. But that's been changing over the last couple years. We've been forming this tight knit bond, and I'm looking forward to this session to get to know you personally and just your mindset business wise. So before we get into my segment of 20 questions for you, I like to do a little icebreaker. So let's get into a few pieces of this or that. You just tell me this or that. And since it's the
okay,
holiday season, I thought it'd be fitting to throw in some Christmas things so I could see what vibes you vibe with for Christmas.
okay.
All right. So, um, for your Christmas tree, do you place a star or an angel?
Uh, I'm gonna have to go ask mom. Yeah, yeah, they have fun doing that stuff, but it's up now, and there's nothing up there because it fell, and
Oh,
so
oh.
yeah, I leave all that stuff to her. Yes,
Look, my mom is the ultimate decorator. Like she's in there
I'm sure.
she in there now picking out like I think I want to put some more lights up here. I want to put some I'm like I care, but I don't care. I care to extent. So it's like she has a star and an angel, but right now I think she put up the star. She put up the star.
Okay, see there, you can do both if you want. Just trade them out on certain days.
Exactly. She has an angel, but it's like a little too heavy for we got a
Yes, I think
slender
it's like
tree. We got a
yes, a
slender tree
blended
this
thing.
time. Yeah, so it's a little thin, little thin thing.
It's probably
But
on keto.
it is. But yeah, the angel is a little too heavy. So I said, how about just sit her on the table? We'll just sit on the table as a
And that's
centerpiece.
where mom's the star is actually under at the bottom of the table, but it's still lit up and you can still see it.
Hey, I think we could do it all. It's you gotta be strategic about it.
There you have it. There you have it.
All right. Eggnog or hot cocoa?
Um, Well, when I was drinking, of course, it was Evans Williams. Let me not say it because I'm advertising it. I'm drinking coffee now. You see my Faith cup?
Yes, I love it.
I know it.
I love it.
So I traded cigarettes and all that other stuff for coffee. Coffee, yes.
Caffeine. I say cocoa, hot cocoa. I haven't had eggnog yet, so
I never tried it.
My mom said she likes it. I don't know.
It's not that. It's a just the way it is. It's seasonal. Just once a year. You don't have to try to drink it in January. I mean, in July or nothing. It's pretty. It's an acquired taste as well. And if you're not missing anything. You're not missing anything.
Okay. It's on my list. I'll give it a try and see if I like it or not. I'll let you know. Candy canes or chocolate?
That's a no-brainer. Look at me.
Hey!
Chocolate.
I'll take chocolate any day. Not saying that I don't do candy canes, because when they used to put the candy canes on the tree, I was the one that was eating up all the candy canes off the tree. But I'll choose chocolate anytime.
Yes, chocolate. And my favorite is Reese's peanut butter cups. And I like the white chocolate ones with no wrapper. It's just like a bag of them.
Yeah. Do you like the thin ones, or I think they got the little small?
They're like the miniature ones.
Yeah. I like
with
those.
No wrapper. No, I don't need all that. I don't need that extra stress in my life.
Yeah, don't bring that over here. Just hand it to me. Just out the bag. I get you. I like the little Hershey's Kisses.
Yes,
Grandma had me on Snickers and Milky Way, so I knew where the grandma stash was. Real tree or fake tree?
The most cost efficient. I'm a businessman.
I get you.
And the fake tree is reusable.
And mom is in love with the Boston Hill trees, and you know how they look realistic. So it's close enough for me.
I know, right? And I think we had a real tree a few times, and like every other day you had to sweep the needles. And
I hear about it.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
I hear about it. I might try it once. I just want the experience of actually going and trying to chop it down. I'll try mostly anything.
Wait a minute now. They come pre-chopped now. You're gonna chop it yourself?
I want to go chop it.
Well, that's your keto. That's your whole thing, right? That's your whole thing. The exercise, everything.
Exactly. Workout, cardio, and weight.
All of that.
All right, sugar cookies or gingerbread?
Well, what is the snickerdoodles? What are they? They kind of sugar cookie-ish?
I would say so, but of course
I'm gonna go with the sugar cookies, and I'm gonna go with the sugar cookies.
Okay, yes. Well, I know what to bake you next time.
I like the sound of that.
I love to bake. I love to bake.
And you know, Pop, your uncle likes Auntie Minnie to make a jelly cake, like literally a cake.
The famous jelly cake. The famous jelly cake. I know about it.
Like a cake with literal apple jelly on it, like.
Look, I know about it. I was in the kitchen whipping it up with grandma. I know about it. I know about it.
And she made one for Thanksgiving this year too.
Yes.
We all went to Auntie's house for Thanksgiving. It was I posted. I think I sent you the pictures.
You did. I saw them all, and I loved it. I wish we could have made it. I was just, this COVID thing, and I've just been trying to make it to this day.
Your schoolwork and stuff, and congratulations too on graduation.
Thank you. It's been a journey.
Yes.
And to wrap it up, ice skating or sledding?
I've been skiing, but I've never done ice skating or sledding. But I would probably pick sledding since I'm on the ground. I can't fall too far. So I'll probably pick sledding.
I would probably choose ice skating.
Have
I
you done
think
it before?
no, I would choose that because it seems a little bit more. I can control it a little bit more, a little bit more. We went to
Okay,
New
now
York.
that
We,
blade is like this thin now.
I know. I wanted to like rollerblades because I had some of those and I was a boss on those.
And probably similar, but
Similar, but I know it's
way
thinner.
different.
I know it's thinner. I know. We'll see. We went to New York and we went out there to see the tree,
Lighting, yes,
the Rockefeller tree and the ice skating. But it was so many people out there we couldn't even get down there and
yes, I
even
can
even
imagine.
try. So we just gonna we'll wait till we do another New York trip and see if we can get down there.
Right, there you have it. And you know, you can do all things through Christ. So if you fall a couple of times, keep praying because that's what I was doing on the ski
Yeah.
slope. I was just like, oh, I have video of it too. And once I compile everything, it's going to be my adventures across America. And
Yes.
oh my gosh, I did so many things: skydiving, bungee jumping. Did you see the bungee jumping?
I did. I think. Wait a minute. I saw the skydiving. Let me see. I know I saw the skydiving.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I have now made a habit of it. I really like it. I go every chance I can get.
You and Auntie Eileen will have fun together. She's such
Hey,
a
well, bring it
daredevil.
on. Bring it on.
All right, so let's get into these 20 questions, and we're gonna start out career wise, so we can get a little bit more feel of you and your bossness. Um, so
Awesome sauce.
so prior to your current journey with everything that you got going now with manifestation, uh, what were your careers prior to that, career to career?
Okay, I've been working since I've been 14. Started off with JTPA, which is job training program assistance for teenagers. And even during that time, I've always been a barber. I used to cut everybody hair in the neighborhood and everyone at school. And I joined the Marine Corps after high school, but still remained a barber. And I have recently retired, maybe a few years ago, as a barber. And please know and understand that is one of the most rewarding jobs ever. You're giving a man or a woman who gets a haircut a sense of pride, a sense of dignity. When they get out the chair and they see themselves, oh my gosh, you can see every tooth in their mouth because they're smiling. And
That's right.
now, as a retired barber, I go give my services to those in need. So I found out my love language is giving. So you can probably catch me under a bridge cutting hair for free for those who are unhoused. And just today, I had a meeting with my pastor, Pastor James Kendricks of Transforming Lives Bible Church, and the greatest social media manager in the world, Angela Prince. And we're coming up with a way to incorporate I call it the barber ministry,
Mm-hmm.
to incorporate that with the church and actually bring all these different facets together because there are other people in the church who do blankets, food. And right now, my pastor pointed out that December is Christmas, and everyone who is unhoused probably are straight. Everyone wants to give in December. But what
Mm-hmm.
about July? What about May? And so we want to establish an organization that year round give to those who are in need. And that's part of the manifestation's goal for, like I said, transport the hungry to a full belly. Yeah,
Yes.
I know, right? The ones who need a shave to a shave. So yes, a barber. Being a barber was my career before, and you know, being a barber is really entrepreneurship as well.
It is.
You don't have a boss. You have to manage your own money. You have to get your own health insurance. You have to buy your own supplies. You have to literally run your business, and your chair is your business. You have
That's
to
right.
advertise to people to get people in your chair. And one of the best parts about it is being able to have that person there for 30 minutes or however long, and to be able to share with them, to sow nice words into them,
Mm-hmm.
and to be able to learn from them. So after decades as a barber, I might as well get have a psychology degree because I've heard everything. I've heard all kinds of
Counseling.
yeah, literally, and to receive counseling because there are many, many wise people that come. Everyone needs a haircut,
Right.
and they pour into me,
Exactly.
lead me to different places where I can be watered, invite me over to the house. I
Yeah.
mean, I know some things about some men that their wives don't even know because
Look, the barber is the plug.
literally everything that free clubs, free, I mean, food. Hey, can you line me up such and such? And I was like, sure. Well, next week we're having a party. I want you to come over. I mean, everything. Some celebrities take their barber on the road with
Mm-hmm.
them. No, serious.
I
So
know.
it's a
I
great
know.
profession.
Listen, my baby brother said he wants to get into barbering, and I was like, I'm thinking that big. Like, I'm trying to send you somewhere to get that bag. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yes. As when I retired, my basic haircuts were $60. That's just basic. If I did anything extra,
Extra.
we're in the hundreds.
Hey, look, I think you got to put the number on your worth, and it's okay. It's okay to do that.
Yes.
So everybody is worried about whether somebody's gonna be mad about a price or this or that. Nope,
Hmm.
it's your worth, and there is a market, an audience for everybody. That person
Yes.
just may not be in your audience.
There we have it. And it's okay.
It is.
Everybody does not drive a Rolls Royce. Everybody does not have a 10-bedroom, 100 square feet
Yeah.
home. Everybody, one of the best examples I've heard of that is when you go to the mall. Stairs, you have the major restaurants, P.F. Chan and Ted's and Cheesecake Factory. They're
Mm-hmm.
in the same building, but one person choose or it's at their level for a $5 lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Another person goes downstairs for $100 lunch, and
Right.
they're both in the same building.
Building exactly.
So I don't feel bad if I cry on your haircuts are too much for you. They're not too much for him. and
Exactly.
and and it's okay. And it's okay.
And I
And
think that's definitely a number one tip in business. Don't get discouraged because somebody told you that your price is too high. Because if
they
somebody
don't say,
is
yeah, well, right now look at gas. But and you fussing at gas, but you're sitting right there pumping it.
Facts.
And you go right in the inside and pay for it.
And I did that just 3 hours ago.
Yeah, but you're paying for it. And people pay for what they want. Everybody is not poor. Everybody is and it's called projection. A lot of times we place where we are physically, mentally, emotionally onto others.
Mm-hmm.
You will notice somebody will walk in a room and say, y'all ain't cold. No, it's just you.
You.
But we try to put where we are onto others. That's why some people who like to lie think everybody else is lying, you
Mm,
know? So when it comes to finances, one person who says, oh, that's too expensive for you, not for everybody else in the world.
it's
And there,
subjective to you.
absolutely. And there are 8 billion people in the world.
That's right.
I mean, I love you, but I don't necessarily need you to shop when I have 7,999,999 other people
Exactly.
that I can cater to.
And that's how I am. I'm not pressed if I am not your cup of tea. I've done graphic work for people, and they're just like, well, can you do this or can you do that? And if I can't, I'm not gonna be no hater. I will definitely suggest somebody, who can. If
Hmm.
my style is not yours, I got 3 people already on standby that could probably do this for you. So I will hand you off to where you need to be.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to get some graphics from you. As a matter of fact, I sent the messenger, but I did the voiceovers first. But I'm still going to hire you for the graphics.
Whenever you're ready, BA Designs is here.
There you have it. There you have it. And you have quite a lot of things that you have going on. You have the same as the manifestation is the umbrella with all these different enterprises and ventures under it. And I guess it's the
Definitely.
same with you're managing voiceover artists. You're a YouTuber. I saw your what's it called? Your haul, your Sheen
Yeah,
haul,
yeah, I did a great. I bought a lot of stuff. I bought some stuff from Amazon, Sheen, however you pronounce it, Shein,
Shine
Sheen,
or whatever.
whatever. And I got some shoes and things from Just Fab. Just things that I wanted to wear for my photo shoot. So I just kind of showed everybody what it was, and I will be uploading behind the scenes of the photo shoot once we close out today, so everybody can see. I'm waiting on my pictures to be finalized so that you guys can get the final look. I was so happy. So shout out to Ikea Dillard. She's the makeup artist who did me up. She gave me that beat. And the photographer Ash Red Lens Photography, both located in Greenville, Mississippi. They did your girl right. And
Yeah.
IKEA is actually one of my clients as well. So she'll be she has a couple things up her sleeve. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed on that until she ready till she ready to lunch. But she's one of my clients too. So we'll be getting it in.
Yes, and you have, I mean, so many endeavors going on, and the same with you. If you told somebody what you did, they will probably think you're lying. I'm,
Exactly.
I'm a student. I just graduated, da, 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 da. And see, that's where we're supposed to be. Now, we're not supposed to be overburdened, but busy to the point where we are progressive. We're doing things. We're not letting grass grow beneath our feet. And
Facts.
then there are people walking around like, I am so bored. Why are you bored if you're not where you want to be in life?
Get
Go
moving.
work on those things. You will never be bored again if you do the shadow work, if you start being honest with yourself. And I know we're supposed to be doing 20 questions. We're stuck on career. So let's move on. Let's move
Oh
on.
no. Grind time. Oh, Slim Jim Longfoot, grind time. Proud of you on all you're doing. Thank you. Thank you. And he also said facts to the statement that you just made. Facts, brother.
Facts
Yes.
on facts on facts.
No, we'll probably definitely touch back on some of this because I did get a little deep. So it seems like as far as career wise, before manifestation, being a barber was your favorite because that was one of my questions. So being a barber was your favorite,
Well, yes,
one of your
I think
favorites.
what I liked about it the most, I made my own money. I wasn't at the whim of, listen, last year was a paradigm shift. Nothing will ever be the same again. So let me tell you straight up, just in case you didn't get the picture, the world, especially the United States, have told you you are non-essential, but your family think you are essential. The people you love, they're essential to you. It is time for you to break away from that paradigm and make your own way.
That's right.
Any given day they want, they can let you go. There's just a company where the guy just fired, maybe 25% of his company on Zoom.
Oh wow.
So it will be in your best interest to create something with your hands. Now, if God forbid, anybody pass away who has a position at stocking shelves at Walmart or loading boxes at FedEx, the very next day, your job is up for grabs. the very next day. They're not even going to waste a second. Hey, we had a death in our family as far as work family, and but what we want to do is just keep loading these boxes for him. To make sure that we do everything we can in his name. But in real life, they're just making money for the company.
Yes,
Your family loves and needs you, and when you're gone, leave a legacy. Don't leave bills, leave a will.
that's the one. That's the one. Get your business in order, people. Like it's time to start thinking smart.
Well,
Plan for everything.
well, our brothers and sisters, and everybody should know, we influence the world. However, we are the ones who are the in the least position to capitalize on that influence. Actually, I made a point today, speaking with my pastor, one of Budweiser's greatest campaigns, and it ran for a few years, where the people calling each other, "What's up?"
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
That's something brothers say at the barbershop. Budweiser took it, made it a multi-billion-dollar campaign because of some brothers. We influence the world. So capitalize on your influence. Package it. Package it. I have.
Exactly. One of my other guests, Darius, he has a podcast as well. The Jungle is Hell. He has a podcast, and we were talking about that. The little girl who was on Dr. Phil, the Cash Me Outside. How about that?
Yes.
So he was like, little black girl's been talking sassy their whole life, and here it comes. Somebody else come along and cash out on it. Yeah. So
Listen,
it's definitely time to boss up and take ownership and just brand it for yourselves.
absolutely. I can go down on 15th Street right now and go get at least 25 of those little girls. I mean, we influence the entire world. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed, but lately there has been a boom in Black culture recognition. And it's not because they are finally saying, "Oh, these guys have something to offer." No, it's not because of that. It's because of the strength that we always have had, but now it's coming to the forefront. One, what is her name? One of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, a gorgeous smile. What is her name? The insecure lady?
Issa Rae.
Issa Rae, yes. And I don't know what kind of show it was, but it was like, "Who are you going for?" And she says, "I'm rooting for everybody Black."
Yeah.
That's what we should be doing.
Yes.
Before, that was frowned upon. Now, it's I don't even want to say it's a fad, but a lot of these corporations are trying to align themselves. But go ahead.
Mom and I actually mentioned it on our other podcast, and we were saying, doesn't it seem like, in this area, especially after the whole George Floyd thing,
yes,
that everybody has been trying to, at least include a Black person or something to say like they're down with the movement. And also, I think Darius and I touched on that too. They don't care about the movement; they just trying to get they sales up. So I think we definitely on the same wavelength about this.
I'm not that bad. I did hire this brother, or yeah, I gave this sister a promotion. So, when I clutch
yeah.
So that is, and at the meeting earlier today, what did they call it? Subconscious bias. And that happens a lot. So, while they are in a good mood to do it, I'm going to capitalize.
Slim
What did
Jim.
this
Yeah,
brother say? That's
yeah,
why they
Slim
made
Jim. Yeah.
Juneteenth?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
said that they're capitalizing on the woke situation. That's why they just made Juneteenth a federal holiday. Exactly. We've been celebrating Juneteenth how long?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Little black girl's been sassy for how long?
Hello.
And now let's not diminish the strides that are
Yeah.
being that are happening. For quite some time, black women have been ridiculed, looked down upon for wearing braids.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're seeing newscasters wearing braids. You're
So
seeing
proud of it.
yes, and
Their
it was
froze out. They're not trying to exactly straighten their hair all the time. So I
yeah.
commend it. Especially those people who aren't afraid to push the envelope and say I'm going to
No,
do
well,
this.
hold on now. That's not pushing the envelope. The Lord our God gave you life with that hair. That's
Exactly.
regular. You are not pushing the envelope for being who you are.
That is true.
Now,
That is true.
you have done nothing wrong, sister. None of you have. It's the powers that be that makes naturalness taboo. And it's like a tall person going to get a job and say, "Oh, you're naturally tall. That's
Yeah.
unprofessional." How are you
Right.
going to tell that? It is just silly, you know. But I'll tell you what will affect that: us owning the companies. When we own the companies, you understand AR Crown coming in there with braids. When we own the company, you understand what's the fast lady, Shakari Richards,
Yeah.
Shakari, really,
Shakari.
really,
Mm-hmm.
yes. She had purple hair and the long
The
fingernails.
nails.
Now, I'm probably not gonna date her like that, but I understand. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
She's a very cute girl, but I understand it. But there is a line. But if I have a company, well, I do have a company, and she's able to fit what we need her to do, I'm hiring her.
Right.
I'm not trying to look at the outside and then place judgment on her level of intelligence. You can't do that.
It's the skills for me. So
It
yeah,
is absolutely is.
I get you.
Yeah, I absolutely is. And Slim Jim is just with us today, huh?
He is. He's coming in. Everything about a black woman they demonize. They are celebrating those features and looks on non-blacks.
Yes.
That's true. That's
Yes.
true.
The Kardashians with the, what do they call it? The silicone pumps, and
Mm-hmm.
I no longer watch television, but I did see something that showed like when the show first started versus today, and they look like entirely different people.
They do, and I don't even really watch it, but I do remember this one particular episode where I think Kim was having something done. She went to the doctor and they were looking at her thighs and things like that. And of course they had already put the image on her that she's thick, this, that, and third, and it looked nothing like that on the table. So I guess she decided to level it up some more, more inspiration of seeing other people. And I noticed what's up, the youngest one, Chloe, she's starting to look more and more like the women. I'm sorry to say it, but more and more like the women there her ex-boyfriend had cheated on her with. So it seems like she was trying to build a body. If yeah.
I'm so good. I'm so good. I'm with Kendrick Lamar. Where Kendrick Lamar said he wants some stuff with some stretch marks. I'm with Kendrick Lamar on that one. I don't need no.
Natural bodies win. And like I
Oh,
mentioned that there are things that I don't like about mine, but I'm gonna do it naturally. But you're gonna get this fupa, you're gonna get these scratch marks, you're gonna get these thighs.
there you have it. I'm a guy too. Women have all kinds of tricks, to get the hair done, makeup and stuff. As a guy, if you're unattractive, hey, buddy, you just better find the best barber you can.
Look, barbers work magic, like especially with the
A
beard
beard,
the
bro.
beard maintenance. Like, look, you level up sometimes. I promise you that beard saves a lot of people.
I know, right? So, and I'm not even, knocking a woman for wanting to, go get her hair done, get her nails done. You're a woman. You're entitled to that. And I'm single with no kids. And if I had a woman, it's my duty. I'll just pay for everything. I'm paying for everything anyway. It's like go and have. Well, I need a place to live too, don't I? So
Got
I,
you.
I'm buying everything, and I want my woman to be able to drop the super and just be my woman.
Got you, got you. I agree. I think I just had shared a post today saying I'm a very independent. I agree with it. I'm an independent woman, but I do not mind handing over the reins to somebody, and let them lead. Let you do what you're supposed to do. Like I do it because I have to at the moment because I am single. But I'll gladly hand it over to you if I am confident in you and I'm secure in you and ain't got no worries that you foul, then have
Yes.
at it.
Now, to touch on that, and not trying to make a big thing about it, but women, we as human beings were not designed to be independent of each other. Now, when I told you about the isolation, I had to change my mindset to being sequestered. I was literally going nuts without other people. We are supposed to be interdependent. And
Mhm.
that independent thing, the definition means by yourself, really. The Declaration of Independence means we cut off all ties to England. We don't depend on them for anything. We are by ourselves. That's not what the Lord intended for women. We are supposed to be in I don't want to say hierarchy, but there are roles that the woman doesn't necessarily have to cook every day, clean the house, but it would be really, really nice. But I don't expect the woman to be out there washing cars and cutting grass. So we're supposed to be like a Rubik's Cube, maybe kind of complex, but once you get all the colors together, we're running like a well-oiled machine.
Right.
And when you see these old couples together who've been together 40 years, all that time, they were working that Rubik's Cube, trying to figure out how to get those colors together. But when you come into a relationship saying you're independent, that means you're single. That means you want to do everything by yourself. That means you are by yourself. And I understand that it is a defense mechanism as far as you have to do this, but it becomes a hindrance when you don't know how to break out of it. And then you get a good
That's the
man to
part.
come in and want to do things and open the door for you. I got my own door, and it's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's a
I was
trust.
just mentioning this to somebody. It's about okay. You have to be doing that work when you leave. Most times it comes from a toxic relationship or
It could
being hurt before. I'm all for taking that break,
that
recharging,
shadow work, that mirror. Yes,
revitalizing, getting all that negative out. I don't mind doing the shadow work. I don't mind taking a break. And that's good. That's self-care. I really believe that when you can heal so that you don't take that same baggage, bring it into a new situation. And now you're putting all of that negative energy into what should be a positive space. So
yes.
I get what you're saying. But I think I've done well these last couple of years with the shadow work and just working through my emotions and the revelations that I've had and the reasons why I made some decisions. I'm not trying to go
Yeah.
back. I'm not trying to do that anymore. So I know moving forward, as of right now, everything that I'm doing is for me because I am single. But like I said, if I do meet someone who shows that they are, genuine in their intentions with me, and that's one thing about me now. I used to be so quiet, let everything flow, let them tell me. But now I'm going to ask the questions. what is it that you are trying to do? Like, what's the intentions behind this? I'm trying to date with a purpose. Are you?
Yes.
If you're
Yes.
not, then we can't.
There's a saying, there's a difference between a person who, a man who wants a wife versus a man who wants to be a husband. There's a difference. And I've been celibate over a year. Yeah, I sell a little bit here, sell a little bit there. No, I've literally been celibate for over a year. And what we tend to not realize is the spiritual transfer when we're combining bodies and bodily fluids. That is a
Mm-hmm.
spiritual, energetic transfer. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, so we have to be careful about that on the spiritual level as well.
That's right. That's right. Be careful about the energies that you put around you. You know what you're using, who you're using, in whatever way. You just gotta be careful, and that's where the discernment comes in. And I've been, me and Latoya have been talking a lot about that aspect. Just just being able to discern and what you do after the discerning, how you
Yes,
move forward after. So yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind. Everything that looks good is not good for you.
it is definitely not. And trust me, as a barber, I've talked to quite a lot of people who can attest to that. And the Bible calls that costly experience because sometimes we have to beat our head up against the wall a few times before we understand. Sometimes
Oh,
we have to touch the stove and get burned a few times. But
yeah.
I made a post today, I think, that there is a difference, and we should recognize the difference between making a mistake and then making a conscious decision. You
Mm,
can't,
that's a
the
good one.
first time you can say, okay, I really and truly didn't know. The next three times, yeah,
I decided to. I did. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. And you can't, like a guy with multiple baby moms. Well, I never knew unprotected sex bring forth children. You knew. You knew the woman who keeps dating the same type of what is Latoya saying?
She's hopping in from Bible class to be here. Hey, girl. She said,
Hey
"Hey."
Latoya, how's it going?
We just mentioned you and how we were talking about what we talked about. We've been talking about the last couple months as far as discerning, being having a discerning ear and eye. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and thank you so much for the voiceover. It's on my website, and I'll be hiring you for additional work. You guys are great together.
Yes, this is definitely a God thing. So
I love it.
so you since we are in the personal space and relationships and things, you mentioned that you are single. Uh
Yeah.
I I wanted to ask, when Mr. AR Crown sees someone that he likes, and
Hmm.
he's been observing and the energy is good. How do you approach a beautiful woman, or do you mind being approached?
I yeah, I've been was living in Atlanta for 20 years. I don't want to say the women are aggressive, but they will just let you know. They will buy you a drink. They will they will do whatever. Right now, before I really and truly, I still would like someone to share my successes with. Things are going really, really great right now, and it would be great to have someone. I travel, and I'm usually doing these things by myself. I have quite a lot of work to do for the kingdom
Mhm.
before I can commit myself to a woman.
That's
Um,
right.
and once I get to a certain stage of the ministry, then I probably could focus on that. But the Bible teaches us for those who are unmarried or single, do not rush to be, and for those who are married, stay married. And
Right.
I was just talking earlier today, I can imagine Jesus being married and his wife like, going out with those 12 guys again? What? Wait a minute now. You keep giving everything away? And she's probably saying, I don't like that Judas guy. You
We be knowing.
yes, yes,
We be knowing which
yes.
one of
But
your friends is not your friend.
absolutely. So when I stated earlier, there's a difference between a man who wants a wife versus a man who wants to be a husband. I would love to be a husband. I think I would be a great husband and an even better father. And yeah, I just, have to do these things for the Lord first. And there, years ago, my pastor said, one of my pastors, when I was in Atlanta, I'm back here in Augusta now, said the only, he had a whole story behind it. He was like, the only reason why a man of God should pick a wife because he looks up from doing the Lord's work and he sees her. And it was the same thing with Boaz and working and Ruth and all of that stuff. And so I'm really, really focusing on the Lord's work now. And maybe one of these days I'll look up and see her.
Got anything in mind that you might tell her? Might ask her?
Hi, my name is Crown. I have no lines. I'm a romantic now. Oh my gosh.
Okay. What are
Yes.
some AR specials?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm a sapiophile, so I'm really, really attracted to intelligence, maybe even a bibliophile as well. But I like, probably sound corny, but conversation about things for the betterment of humanity. How can we fix world hunger or let's go skydiving and then go to Paris. I have no limits. I'm not a clubber anymore, but I don't mind kickbacks, and I would rather catch a flight somewhere and let's go to China, let's go to Africa. Earlier, I know, right? Earlier this year, I was in Mexico for like a month. So it's not. Women are, some of the ones I know, are probably exasperated from the let's go to Applebee's. And I don't like Applebee's anyway. So let's go to Ghana. I've never been there. Let's go. And I don't. I know, right?
Got your passport?
And I always have mine ready. So, and I would like to. I already know all about me. I already know the vision and the provision that the Lord provides. I would like to get to know her. Yeah. I would like for her to not have that guard up, for me to be able to hear from her exactly what she wants out of life. Exactly what she wants to do. What are her dreams? A lot of people with a poverty mindset or what have you, and you may ask them, what would you like for Christmas? And then their answer is, well, if I could just get rid of these bills. Yeah. No, I don't want her to worry about that stuff. I'm going to take care of all of that. My job is to lead, guide, protect, and provide. And I know my role. And I will love her like Christ loved the church.
Yeah. I like that. I think I'm the female version of you in the sense that I like those conversations about the future and your dreams and goals. Mm-hmm. That warms my heart to see somebody else having a dream. And I don't mind, being in the background helping you do that, making sure that people are their happiest when they're working on something that they truly love. So to see you working on
Absolutely.
something that you love makes me happy, and to talk about it, maybe help you plan it, because this is the type of person I am. When you say it, I probably already got about 10 ideas in my head already. So
Absolutely.
that I like that, the deep conversations, and you don't mind the experiences. I'm normally the person for my friends and my whoever I may have dated in the past. I'm always thinking of stuff that we can do to create memories. So it's about the
Yes.
experiences, creating the memories, and having those conversations, the things that you remember from those experiences. So yeah,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
get you.
And I think the Bible teaches us what the Lord our God put together, let no man tear asunder. And my parents, your Uncle Larry and my
Tell
mom.
tell them hello.
Yes, yes, yes. And we're talking 40 plus years. And if we
Yes.
can't do it like that, I don't want it.
Yes.
And so when we look at technology is great, but it has microwaved quite a lot of our processes, the way we do things. So, there's internet dating, this, that, and the third, but it's very, very difficult to know someone from just reading a profile. It's
Yeah.
very, very difficult to present yourself with just a profile. So now we're looking for how many followers our girlfriend has, or how many followers our boyfriend has. We're looking at if they have a six pack or not. We're looking at, what you said, the build the body part type
Right.
women.
Right.
And there's a saying that I can't remember who said it, but it is her mind that will raise the children, not her looks.
That's true.
Absolutely. And it's the same with the guys. A lot of women talk about, how the BD, baby daddy, is nothing. He's a deadbeat, this, that, and the third. Well,
Yeah.
why did you have children by him in the first place?
And it's not like the signs probably were not there.
Because 9 times out of guy, future, they always have like future with some kind of saying about toxicity with women, this, that, and the third. But if you hear him, when not future himself, but you meet a man and the only thing he's talking about is Percocets, Molly Percocets, that's probably not the person you should have children with. And the same thing with a man. If you meet a woman and you're trying to get to know her, you're taking her out to dinner, and the only thing she's doing is this with her phone, and
Yeah.
that's probably not. That's probably a superficial woman. Now, we should not judge books by the cover. That's why conversation is very, very important. And you
Yeah.
should be able to tell. You ask somebody. Well, this is kind of unrelated, but it's the same thing. A person said, "Yes, I'm a really good singer," and then you say, "Sing something," and then they say, "Ah, you put me on the spot." No, do you sing or do you not? So it's the same thing with the person in the relationship. Like, you ask them something. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Yeah, I want to own my own business, such, 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 such. So what are you doing, working towards that? What do you mean? Do you have an LLC? Do you have a business account? So people can say things, but the proof is in the pudding. And if you
That is
have
true.
somebody working on a dream, you should be able to see some type of evidence that they are working on it. If a woman asks me, "What are you doing, Crown?" What do you mean what I'm doing?
Here we go.
What, what do you mean what am I doing?
I agree. Actions definitely speak louder than words. My love language is words of affirmation, but I'm not stupid. I need I need to see the work behind it.
Yes, yes.
Like
And faith without works is dead. You know, you can pray all night about passing the algebra test, but if you don't study, Or you say, "Whoa, the algebra."
It's anything math related for me. That's a
I,
trigger.
oh my gosh. I'm with you, sister. I'm with you. Oh my God, the Pythagorean theorem, and I'm walking like, who is Pythagorean?
And why? And why?
I know, right? I know. But yeah, you should see evidence of somebody's footsteps and trails in life. And life is a wonderful, wonderful thing once you get the hang of it. Now I'm 40 plus, and life now has literally just started. I've just started to get into a nice groove. I'm
Right.
old enough to know what I'm doing and young enough to do it all night.
Hey.
But yeah, we have to figure out some things when it comes to life in our youth. And there's another saying, youth is wasted on the young. And if I knew then what I knew now, and there are all kinds of sayings. But I feel I'm at a great age. Yeah, I just feel magnificent. And of course, it's because, well, one of the reasons is because my mind is free from all the expectations and the clutter. I no longer watch television. So through our eye gates, our ear gates, and that's where the imaginations and suggestions from the enemy comes in at. I can't covet something that I don't know exists.
Right.
So I keep myself sequestered from certain things, and physically I feel great. I quit smoking, so I don't smell like a walking ashtray, or and now I look back on the things that I survived, and I just have to say hallelujah. How am I even still alive?
Yes. I like the way you express that you what you said you're old enough to know but young enough to still do. I like that because society will tell us that if you have not done this by this,
Mm-mm.
you have failed. Let's throw away that narrative because I
Yeah,
feel like if your mind has not matured to a certain point, you're not going to be able to enjoy anything that you think that you're an accomplished. So
yeah.
I thank God for the knowledge that I received and the things I'm looking forward to doing by facing those, roadblocks and the trials and the lessons that I had to learn. So I appreciate it.
As well as we should. And going through is not glamorous, but once you get on the other side,
Yes.
once you get on the other side, you can look back, and if nobody pats you on the back, you should pat yourself. And I saw the post you made when you're in the hospital, this, that, and the third, and going through, like I said, it's not a laughing matter. But look
It
at
was
you
not.
now. You're
Yes.
smiling, you're laughing, you're graduating. Look at that. You're making money. Oh,
Indeed.
can't beat that, cousin.
I
Um,
appreciate it. That was definitely a touch and go, scary moment. Bacterial meningitis is nothing to play with, y'all. Like it, my brain was swollen, spine was swollen. I couldn't move, and then mom told me I was talking out of my head. So I don't even know what I was talking about in the ambulance. I don't.
mm,
So they said they were glad that I came in when I did because it could have done some damage to my brain.
and look at you now, cuz. I know it. Huh, what
Yes.
it is? And like I said, the Lord our God give his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And some of the
Yes.
things I've been through, we have to be refined by fire. A diamond has to have that pressure to even
Mm.
become a diamond. The caterpillar has to go into that cocoon almost near death to come out as the butterfly. So without the opposition, without the resistance, a weightlifter can't get big muscles unless the weight resists him.
Yes.
And so without those things, we would be shells of ourselves. So you went through that darkness to be able to go back with a flashlight and lead others out. You went
Indeed.
through that fire to be able to go back with buckets of water to give those drink. And we should all, appreciate you for that. But you are one of the unsung heroes, just like millions of people across the
Yeah.
country. Nobody know their personal struggle unless they tell them. And even when they tell them, they can't even really relate because you probably don't even have the words to describe what you went
Sometimes it can get hard. It
through.
can.
Yeah. I saw the pictures. I saw the pictures. The same thing with Robin husband, a heart transplant. And, you know, life is a magnificent thing, but it can be challenging.
Indeed.
Yes. Myself, unbeknownst to people, at one point I was sleeping at the salon I worked at. I would bring extra clothes, so change clothes in the morning and pretend like I just got there, but literally homeless. Um, a closet alcoholic, high functioning, but nearly drunk every day. And my testimony, and I'm not ashamed of it because there's somebody going through it right now. And the Bible
Exactly.
teaches us to shine a light on those dark corners to be able to, there's always saying, tell the truth and shame the devil. Because when you tell the truth, there's somebody in that audience or hearing you saying, me too. Even though they're not going to say it out
Say it out
loud.
loud. They
Hey,
resonate with it. They can't deny it.
yes, me too. I've been there. So if like I was saying before, the Lord presented me out to the world unprepared as a drinker, smoker. I was Percocets, Molly Percocets, all of that stuff. Um, don't let the smooth taste fool you because I too have nut dip your buck.
Hey.
Yes. But I thank the Lord our God for allowing me to survive because some of my friends, they're not here today. Some of them are here, but they're in prison for the rest of their lives. So it's almost as if they're not here. And I sometimes feel survivor guilt. And I
Mhm.
ask the Lord, like a lot of times, why me? And his answer is, why not you?
Indeed.
And I just go with that.
You are his vessel. You got work to do.
Yes. Yes.
So that's one thing that I always try to keep in mind when I do. Sometimes I do question myself in that way too. I'm here for a purpose, and he has a specific purpose for me. So who am I to not fulfill it? Yep, yep.
Life's
Most
gift to
certainly.
you, and what you do with it is your gift back to God.
Yes.
My computer is frozen. I don't know what's happening. And we've been chatting for a while, and I'm using my phone to record
Okay.
videos here, and I only have 6%. So with the,
Alrighty.
I know. So we covered business, we're in personal. What's next?
Got a little just one thing. From your perspective, you're creative, and the particular industry, since you're using media, it's a lot of things that's kind of ever changing, lots to adapt to. How do you continue to learn in order to stay on top of everything within your role, like
Okay.
going forward?
Um,
What are you doing?
all righty. So, and of course, everyone has different beliefs, so I'm just going to share mine. I'm not that smart. What I do is pray, and the Lord our God sends the Holy Spirit to tell me what to do. When I stated earlier about getting into the stock market, and the next thing I know, I was $100,000 richer. I didn't even know what I was doing. The Holy Spirit told me what stocks to buy, and He still does that with me. Um, all of this stuff, it's a vision that comes from the Lord. And when the Lord our God gives you a vision, He's going to give you the provision
That's
to be
right.
able to fulfill it. Now, with that 100,000, I did not change. In fact, I became even more generous. So that was kind of a test. Ah, did the phone hang up?
No, I'm still here. I still see you. Is it
Okay,
is it is it
my
blank on?
screen is blank. Yeah, but anyway, it's gonna hang up. So yeah, I'm not that smart. So as far as the vision, the only thing I have to do is go to sleep, and the Lord our God will give me a dream on what I'm to do. And it's very similar to Noah when he got the exact cubits, how to build the ark, this, that, and the third. And it doesn't come all at once. It comes in pieces. So I will have to go back to the source continuously. So as far as being a visionary, I'm just a vessel that you see, and all of this stuff comes from God.
I love it. I love it.
Yes. So my
Um,
phone is going to hang up.
Tell the
I should
people where they
have.
can find you. I know we're gonna revisit a conversation because I do have you for an upcoming date.
Okay.
But go
You
ahead
better
and
hurry up because
tell
it's gonna come. All
tell the
right. So
people where you're from, where they can find you
okay.
on social media.
Um, it's A dot R dot space capital C Crown AR Crown at on Facebook. You can go to themanifestation.com, but the website won't be ready until January
When are you launching?
January 1st.
Okay.
We have shoes, hats. Oh my gosh, my computer froze, but I was showing a few of the items that we have. Of course, t-shirts, whole jogging suits, and yeah, it's Crown Night.
Yes. It's a
Christ
movement. It's a
reigns.
movement, y'all.
Yeah, Christ reigns over worldly needs in the earth. Crown Night.
Love it.
And yeah, all of it comes from the Lord. So when it comes to the visions, I just follow in the order of steps. So you can go to the manifestation, that's MANNA, best, FEST, station, STATION, on all social media.
Awesome. I also
The
I think
manifestation.
I just added you on Instagram so they can find you there.
Yes.
And it's
Uh,
on all
Twitter.
social media, Twitter and the Facebook business page also. So y'all
Yes,
use
yes.
the handle. Get in touch with him. I thank you. I appreciate you for coming on. I know we didn't get to everything, but like I said, you coming back a couple more times so that we can get to know you a little bit better. It's been a
Awesome.
joy talking to you.
It's been a
Thank
joy
you.
talking to you as well, Chrissy. And you sent me a sample question. You said, "Are you a glass half empty or a glass half full type of guy?" Can I
Yeah,
answer that very quick?
go right ahead.
Well, if it's nice coffee or water in the glass, I'm going to drink it and then take it back to the source to refill
Yes.
it. All right. So yeah, thank you for having me. Tell Auntie I said hello, love you guys, and high
Love
five
you
and tell you
too.
for me and all of that stuff. And I'll send you the information for the new graphic that I need.
All righty. Well, this has been a session of Boss Sitch, Boss Chick Corner. We thank you guys for tuning in. Go ahead and hit them buttons that will be in the description box, the links that'll be in the description box. Remember, we love you and tell us how you bossing, all right?
Awesome.